In this session, we're going to discuss pricing profiles and the rules for those. So off of my home ribbon, I'm going to go to Enterprise Setup. You'll see on this left panel, you have profiles and profile rules. So what is a profile? What a profile does is this gives you the capability of setting up a specific labor or material situation, such as a certain rate or a discount. Maybe it's on specific types of categories or specific types of jobs. And it can be applied to an individual customer or contact or any individual vehicle. So let's make a couple here and we're going to apply them and see how they work. So first of all, I have to go up and hit Add. And there's two different profiles. I can select labor or materials. So let's start with the labor one. So let's say we have a fleet account that comes in, or two or three, that we want to set up a specific profile for. So we'll just call this the fleet profile. You can put a little description if you like. Here I can tell it which locations do I want it to go to. So I select. I can pick any location I so choose or all of them. So let's pick them all. So why would I want to select all of them? Well, I might have a fleet account that goes from one location to another. So once I apply the profile, it'll follow along with them. So once I have a profile, I have to add rules to tell it how to work. So let's go down to pricing profile rules. There's my fleet. And again, when I hit add, this is going to be on labor. I can tell the system to apply the profile through a tag on a work order. I can tell the system to do specific service packages by category, by code, by title. I can tell it to do it on a labor line. Description. So if I have a specific wording that I want to use, anytime I see that wording on a work order, it would apply the profile. And you can also have tags for labor lines. On the right side, I can use specific rates here. I could put in whatever rate I want. I could use the rates that are in here to begin with. I can also set up a fixed or percentage discount. So let's say on this particular account, I'm going to use my retail, but I'm going to give them 12% off. So I want this to apply to anything I do for this. So I hit OK. Now, what if I do not want this discount to apply whenever I'm doing tires, for example? So I'm going to need to add another rule. So I'm going to say, well, if they come in and I do anything with tires and wheels, I want to disable it. In other words, turn it off for that specific category. I hit OK. So if you kind of remember from previous training videos, anytime you do something that's specific, what do I need to do with it? I click, I drag it to the top. The more specific, the higher up it goes. So what the system is going to do when this is applied is it's going to look and say, well, hey, are we doing anything from the tire and wheels category? If we are, it will automatically disable the profile. If we aren't, then it will apply the profile. So now we're going to save that. Let's go make one for parts. So I'm going to go back to my profiles. And we're going to add. Now this one we're just going to call fleet parts here. And it's going to be on materials, location. Again, I want to send it out to all three. So no matter where they go, it will work. So now I have my material profile. So let's go create a rule for that. Add. So I can A, have a tag that goes on a work order to apply the profile. I can B, have it connected through the service packages by a service category, a code on a service package, or the title of a service package. I can go to material line items. I can do it by description, manufacturer, inventory code. So inventory code, inventory size, and service category only have to do with items that are coming from inventory, not any parts that I bring in from an outside source. I can do them by definition, by specific suppliers. I can say, well, anything I get, let's say from CarQuest or Napa, I can have the discount apply. And I can tag a particular material or a part line. I can set pricing levels here. I can use different levels. I can do it on margin, cost, fixed, MSRP, discount, and I can even do a discount on top of that. So let's say, for example, on all oil filters, to apply a fixed amount. So we're going to have calculate the price. I want it fixed. So on all oil filters, I want to charge $8.59. So what does this mean? We have to really think clearly about this. Anytime I apply this profile to a customer or their vehicle, and I'm putting a part or a material on a work order, and in that description of that part, it states oil filter, this is what it's going to use. You can also do a discount on top of that if you wish. You can even put a minimum charge. So if I'm not using fixed, such as a percentage, I can even put minimum here. And I can disable for certain items. So here's my rule for my parts. Now I want to save all this stuff. That way I don't lose it. See, you can go to any item here, make a change, do whatever you need to do. When you do, hit save it. That way you have it in the system. So let's go over to a location and see how this is applied. So here I am at location 2. Let's go to the setup, pricing, profiles. Here's my 2 profiles, again, coming from the enterprise. And then down below will be my rules. So there's my labor and there's my parts. So as I'm entering a customer in the system or writing a work order, I'm going to pull up the contact. So here I have a contact called RCMP, Royal Canadian Mounted Police. And I want to apply this profile to this contact. So I right click on the contact, I do an edit, details, discount. Now I can apply the profiles. So there's my labor one. And if I want to use the parts, I can use the parts. So this will automatically apply on the work orders. Now, if I don't want to put it on a particular contact and I want to do just a single vehicle, I can always edit the vehicle, go to details, discount, and I can override the contact card and set it here. So you can do an individual vehicle or a contact. If I do the contact, it basically does all the vehicles unless you override it. So I'm going to hit next. So let's go put on an oil change and a tire. So we'll just throw an oil filter service. And we're going to add tire. Next. Next. Put a technician on here. Do a little mileage. And hit finish. That is not a turbocharged. Oh yeah, it is. It's a Ford Explorer. Yes, it is. Police vehicle. Here's how much oil it's going to need. Now, here's my oil filter. You notice the description, oil filter. Let's go look at labor. If I open this up, you see it's letting you know it's automatically putting on the profile. You'll always know where it gets applied. Let's look at this oil. See, nothing here. Oil filter. Profile is active. And remember, we set it at 859. So whether I receive in a oil filter from the outside or I pull one from inventory. Let's just go pull one from inventory. See how it looks. Here I have an oil filter that sells for $10.60. I want to put this on the ticket. I draw. It's only going to charge $8.59 because the profile overrides it. So what would happen if I did not have the description oil filter? What if I just had filter? Now it's not active anymore. See, now I can set this for anything I want. Gone. That's why I say when you use descriptions, you need to be very exact. Now on the labor or the parts for the tires, there is no profile because remember I disabled the labor for anything from that category. So that's how your profiles get applied. So next, let's go see what happens if I copy this customer from this location to another location. So here I am with location 2 on the right side and location 3 on the left. So if I go to my contacts at location 2 and pull up RCMP, you'll see that I have it in this location. So again, if I right click on it, do an edit, and go to my details, under discount, you'll see I have the fleet and the fleet parts. So what happens when this customer goes to a different location? Contacts, RCMP, Don't see it at that location, so I'm going to search the others. There it is. Click. I can right click and copy, or just click and copy. Now when I do it that way, I want to make sure I copy the vehicle also. Okay. So let's go open this up and take a look at the details. We're going to edit. Details. Discount. See, no profiles. What does that mean? I need to set it. Save it, and now it's working. So you always want to double check these settings. Make sure that they follow over.